It is 7 o'clock, and I'm going to call this meeting to order. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, council members, city officials. Welcome to the July 14, 2025 regular city council meeting. We're meeting at 26 South Paint Street, Chiillicothe, Ohio. First, I'd like to welcome our newest member, representing the 4th Ward, Richard McQuirt. I will be making committee assignments to include Mr. McQuirt, and we'd like to welcome you to council and appreciate you agreeing to be a member of this body. Thank you. At this point, I'll have Ms. Baker call the roll.
Bennett.
Present.
Payne.
Here.
Barnes.
Here.
McQuirt.
Here.
McKeever.
Here.
Dement.
Here.
Preston.
Here.
Dunn.
Here.
Creed.
Here.
I would now ask for a motion to appoint Ms. Lauren Baker to act as clerk for tonight's meeting. A motion by Ms. Preston, second by Ms. Bennett, and the clerk will call the roll.
Bennett.
Yes.
Payne.
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes.
McQuirt.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Dement.
Yes.
Preston.
Yes.
Dunn.
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
As your first duties, I'll ask Mr. McQuirt to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The minutes from the June 23, 2025 regular meeting have been distributed. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion to accept the minutes? Motion by Ms. Dunn, second by Mr. Dement. The clerk will call the roll.
Bennett.
Yes.
Payne.
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes.
McQuirt.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Dement.
Yes.
Preston.
Yes.
Dunn.
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
The minutes are approved. Mr. Creed.
President Shoemaker, I'd like to make a motion that we move into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22G8 to consider confidential information related to negotiations with other political subdivisions respecting economic development assistance.
Is there a second? Second by Mr. Dement. The clerk will call the roll.
Bennett.
Yes.
Payne.
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes.
McQuirt.
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Dement.
Yes.
Preston.
Yes.
Dunn.
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
Council is in executive session. Council will be right back after they have their discussion. We are now out of executive session, and I was remiss in not letting everyone know that Ms. Moss is actually at a seminar, at a clerk's seminar, and that's why she's not here this evening. So she's actually doing work while we're doing our work here, but I wanted to let everybody know that. With that, we'll move on to reports of committees, and we'll start with Development Committee, Mr. Dement.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. At 6 o'clock earlier this evening, Development Committee held a committee meeting to discuss, the second committee meeting to discuss the zoning and code update from American Structure Point. It's pretty big business, so we decided to hold maybe another committee meeting on that. We're not quite where we need to be yet. And then also, Development has one item on tonight's agenda, which is item number 2, the third reading of a resolution establishing the Greater Chiillicothe-Ross County Film Commission and defining its composition, purpose, duties, and operational guidelines. And that completes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineering Committee, Ms. Dunn.
Yes, on July the 10th, we had our third committee meeting on an ordinance 02047 regarding zoning for 36 North Walnut Street. The committee added a few changes and sent it on to the law director's office for review.
Thank you. Finance and Technology Committee, Mr. Creed.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. We have one item on the agenda, item number 1 for a third reading, and it's ordinance appropriating $100,000 for tax income refunds, and that's all we have to report.
Thank you. Human Resources Committee, Ms. Payne.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. Human Resources, we do not have any new information coming through the committee right now, so nothing new to report on. Thank you.
Thank you. Parks and Rec Committee, Mr. Barnes.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. We have nothing on the agenda and nothing new to report.
Thank you. Safety Service Committee, Ms. Preston.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. Safety Services had a committee meeting this evening. We had a request from the courts, Chiillicothe Municipal Court, the High Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections awarded the Chiillicothe Municipal Court $142,590 for the period beginning July 1st, 25 and ending July 30th, 27. The grant funds are paid in quarterly installments to the city and the grant does not require matching funding. So the acceptance of those funds was approved, and that is all that I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Utilities Committee, Mr. McKeever.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. Utilities has one item on the agenda. It's item number 3, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 915.08 of the City Codified Ordinances to increase water rates by 2%. That concludes my report.
Thank you. City Services Committee, Ms. Preston.
City Services has nothing additional to report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Community Affairs Committee, Ms. Bennett.
Thank you, President Shoemaker. We had a meeting earlier at 6:45 about a mission statement for the development of 5-year plan. We agreed to go with the mission of the Community Affairs Committee is to develop suggestions and strategies to assist in the reduction of homelessness suffering in our community. We wanted to foster collaboration with the community groups as well as leaders across the board to find solutions to help the need immediately, as well as a long-term goal for prevention, education, and resource accessibilities. And that was the end of our meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now move on to reports of officials, and I know Mayor Feeney had another meeting he had to attend, and I believe Auditor Spetnagel is out of town, and so I'll turn to the Law Director.
Thank you. We have all kinds of legislation that we're doing right now with a whole bunch of requests that we're trying to get the verbiage correct and legal on, and on top of everything else, our assistants are plowing through all kinds of cases down in municipal court, plus all the civil cases that we're dealing with. So we're staying very busy. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to audience participation. Any person wishing to address the council must first provide his or her name and address. Comments shall be limited to 5 minutes, and I'll give you a warning when there's 1 minute remaining.
Hello, Melody Hatfield, 355 Brennan Road, Chiillicothe, Ohio, 45601. And I think that's all you need from me, right? Okay. I am just here, as is Jan Corzine, to inquire about the status of the property at the water facility now being transferred over to the CIC, so that we will be able to obtain it for our museum. And I was wondering what the status was.
I can answer that.
Okay.
So I submitted that to the law director's office roughly 2 months ago, I would say. However, recently we've come across a language hang-up that we're kind of trying to work through right now. I do apologize for the delay. When we can get that figured out, hopefully within the next 2 meetings, it'll be in front of full council. So I do apologize for that.
Are you saying in 2 weeks or in 2 meetings?
2 meetings, so I would anticipate a month.
1 month.
Yes.
Okay. Is there something that we can help you with this? Because we thought that it was kind of virtually a done deal, and so there's nothing that we're not doing on our end that we can't provide to you.
No, it's a miscommunication on council administrator. It's just a miscommunication between 3 different parties, and you had nothing to do with that, so I do apologize.
Okie doke. Well, I guess that's it, except for me, except for I want to thank you all again for having patience with me, because I do periodically show up here to discuss this. Do you have anything, Jan? Okay.
Thank you for your patience too, by the way.
Okay. Not a problem. I just appreciate everything that you guys are doing with this, because it's kind of important for us to get this moving, because as it has gone on and on and on, we have now lost the availability of getting state funds that we would have probably been able to get, which are now not going to be available for another 2 years. And so I'm hoping that any delays at this point will be not as long. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll make that a priority and see if we can make it 2 weeks instead of 2 meetings, but we'll see where we go. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Galen Kaltenbach from 505 McKellar Street, and I just have a few events to announce. My friend Tanis wasn't able to make it today, but she wanted me to announce Coffee with Council on August 13th from 4:30 to 5:30. The destination's to be determined, but so far it looks like it might be the Coffee Hub is what they're trying for. Secondly, my next free market is this Saturday, and I have flyers with the date and everything. It's from 12 to 3. That's all.
If there's no other audience participation, we'll now move to old business. Is there any old business to come before council? Hearing none, we'll move on to petitions and correspondence.
Clerk Moss did receive 2 petitions for liquor licenses. The first from Tipplers LLC, and the second being from the Pilot Travel Center 597.
With that, we'll move on to new business. Is there any new business to come before council? Hearing none, we'll now move to the reading of ordinances and resolutions.
The first item on the agenda is a third reading of an ordinance to appropriate $100,000 to the income tax refund line and authorize the transfer of $25,000 back to the general fund to support the proportionate share of income tax refunds.
Clerk will call the roll.
Bennett,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Barnes,
Yes.
McQuirt,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Dement,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
Ordinance is adopted. Next resolution.
The second item on the agenda is a third reading of a resolution establishing the Greater Chiillicothe Ross County Film Commission and defining its composition, purpose, duties, and operational guidelines.
Clerk will call the roll.
Bennett,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Barnes,
Yes.
McQuirt,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Dement,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Next ordinance.
The third item on the agenda is a third reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 915.08 of the City Codified Ordinances to increase water rates by 2%.
Clerk will call the roll.
Bennett,
No.
Payne,
Yes.
Yes.
Barnes, McQuirt,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Dement,
No.
Preston,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
Ordinance is adopted. If there's no other business to come before council this evening, I would accept a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn by Ms. Bennett, second by Mr. Dement, and the clerk will call the roll.
Bennett,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Barnes,
Yes.
McQuirt,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Dement,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Creed.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.